I have interrupted my PS4 game time to give you this message. Now, I have a video that's about to come on in a few seconds shortly. I just wanted to say something that I forgot to mention in the video. I forgot to mention the fact that I believe the U.S. military has their own process for arresting and trying and putting cases forward for each member of the military. It is separate but equal. They have rights, they're not considered U.S. citizens, whatever, per se. But, yeah, so I feel like that is what would help be a solution to our police problem in the U.S., if police can be, like, court-martialed and, for police misconduct, people lose their lives and stuff happens, and to see that police aren't even being arrested, let alone charged, like they're not even going to trial about these things, like it's crazy. So I'll let you commence. Lucky luck, your boy. What's up, everybody? Oh shit, my bad, sorry for cursing. This video is one I felt like I had to do. Me, it's your boy Lucky Luck, aka the Lover Boy, your favorite boxing vlogger, soon to be your favorite professional boxer. There's a lot of issues that I want to speak on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the boxing world right now, but it's just so much that is going on, so much tragedy that's going on outside of the boxing world and just the real world, that I feel like I just had to speak on it. I just had to say something. Realistically, I feel like I gotta say what everybody's thinking or what everybody wants to say and they don't say. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is my platform to vent. Okay, so after Mike Brown and Ferguson case is pretty much, I don't know, I guess dismissed without an arrest, we have the case in Staten Island where Eric Garner is strangled to death, and his case is dismissed without charges either. Or also, whatever, I'm sorry. The frustration that comes from the news like this is just, it's ridiculous. And if this wasn't an ongoing problem, if this wasn't something that's just been happening for what feels like forever, maybe it wouldn't be that big of an issue. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be such a problem, whatever the case is. But for anybody who's a human being, I mean, to be hearing about these things all the time, the 12-year-old that gets shot by the police before they have enough time to hop out and say freeze. I mean, shit. Whatever happened to freeze? Freeze, don't move. You don't move and you won't get shot. Like, what happened to... Anyway, long story short. So, my feelings on this, and how I think anybody with any kind of sense feels on this. Eric Garner, the 12-year-old, my man out in Oklahoma, who got strangled to death by the police while he was at the movies with his wife and daughter and committed no crime once again. I want to say first and foremost, for all those whose excuse for Mike Brown being killed and thinking that it's okay. The store owner, attorney, and representative came out on national news, even though, you know, footage was tampered with. I seen the video and I have the video. Came out on national news and stated that Mike Brown not only was not recognized for coming in that store stealing and anything, like, you know, today's day and age, people rule out the fact that people can make up a fake video and make some bullshit. But not only was that not the case, not only did they not remember seeing Mike Brown do this, it was not reported. No police phone call was made. That whole story about, you know, oh, he passed off these stolen blunts while he was attacking me and he was like a wild man. Two things that just sound utterly ridiculous. If he was high on weed, as they would say, he probably wouldn't be that violent. And both stories in the Mike Brown case, both sides of the argument agree. The defense and the prosecution, which wasn't a prosecutor, that's another story, but the defense and the prosecution both agree that shooting 12 shots, at some point of his shooting, Mike Brown was running away. So I'm just gonna let that sink in, and I'm not even gonna speak any more on that. If you're the type of person who thinks it's okay that he was getting shot at while he was running away, unarmed and running away, and he committed no crime. He had no prior record. That's what people try to do. I mean, they're trying to use this video to slander him and slander his character, assassinate his character. But long story short, the man was running away. Okay? I don't want that to be like, I don't want that to be misconstrued. Both sides of the story agree that at some point he was running for his life and he was still getting shot at. Now, he may have turned around and put his hands up like I surrender and still got shot, or he may have turned around and somehow decided, fuck it, I can run through these bullets and charge like some kind of insanity that I've never seen in my life. Which, you know, Michael Brown not only has no criminal history, he has no insanity history, where somebody would say that he was totally mentally unstable and would run into bullets. And got shot on the top of his head, which means he got shot also while he was falling and his head was down. Which is barbaric. But anyway, so, onto the Eric Garner case. I'll just let that part be left alone. So, as far as the details in the Eric Garner case, okay, everyone was sure he had no weapons. There was no threat of weaponry in there. And then everyone was also sure that he was no threat to anybody at the time. And then he had not committed a crime at the time. They tried to assassinate his character and say, oh, he was selling loosies, a loose cigarette, without being taxed for it. Avoiding the IRS taxes now is now punishable by death or strangulation or whatever. And the police officer that jumped on his back and decided to strangle him after subduing him, because he was already going down on the ground and going down before his neck was grabbed. His shoulder, he was put in a half Nelson first before he was strangled and did not resist much at all. Actually, you see his arm straight out on the ground, like, you win, you got it, you have me. I mean, no police officers were harmed in this incident. So, you sit here, and a man who was not only attacked and killed and strangled, and the coroner calls it a homicide, but you have a man who just broke up a fight. That's what he did. People try to assassinate his character and talk about cigarettes. Cigarettes had nothing to fucking do with this. He just finished breaking up a fight. Now, in the past, he may have been approached or questioned or arrested or whatever for cigarettes. But I mean, shit, if you get a speeding ticket in the past and someone kills you today, are we supposed to bring up the fact, well, he was a speeder? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he wasn't a saint. He speeds all the time. So, I mean, you know, if we kill him, maybe he deserved it. He could have been speeding and killed somebody before that. So, I mean, if your logic is like that, I want you to please